Aditya. My team name is Grid Guardians and my problem statement ID is 1590. And my problem statement is about innovative ideas that helps manages the generation of renewable or sustainable energy in more efficient way. In earlier days, the DER systems are very few and easy to operate them manually. But due to rapid increase in uses of renewable energy, the DER systems grown rapidly. Due to that, we can't anymore operate them manually. So to automate them, we provided communication via internet. Due to the inclusion of internet, we may face cyber attacks on our grid. Project cybersecurity enabled DER management system will focus us on creating more secure and more efficient microgrid using hybrid photovoltaic EV wind generations. We utilize these DERs to communicate over TCP or IP networks for better optimization of energy use. Here we build a microgrid that which consists of PV systems, EV systems and wind energy sources. This all together will form a microgrid. From this microgrid, the aggregator will collect the overall data from different DER systems. The aggregator will aggregate the data and then sends to the server. This server will senses and monitors the overall data and then sends the control commands to the particular DER system that which is not running perfectly according to the grid conditions.
Can we solve these problems? To overcome these challenges, we are breaking the system into small and manageable parts to make it easier to build, and we should check the system regularly for any security vulnerabilities and fix it. And the system needs to be flexible for any future growth. Finally, we need to test the system against the real world data to make sure that our data is accurate. Impacts and benefits. As we are automating the grid, it supports sustainable energy as it doesn't create any damage to the nature. This system also ensures that the power delivery is more reliable. This system has greater scalability with more DERs, and also we are providing an individual with the real-time data which is more efficient, and this system ensures that the power distribution is more efficient. Compared to any normal grid, our grid has more improved stability, and our project impacts the entire power generation systems. And as we are aiming for the real-time data and high security, it provides individuals with a better standards development.
As we can see, we created a virtual grid system by using MATLAB Simulink. This is the irradiance and temperature we are getting from the sunlight, and we are converting the sunlight irradiance into DC power generation by through a PV array, and the generated DC power is fed to a inverter which manually converts DC power into AC power and distributes to the grid, and the grid supplies the generated AC power to various loads. As we run the simulation, here we can see how the irradiance levels and the output generated by the PV panel. This is the output generated by the PV panel, and inverter distributing the power to the grid is we can see here. This is the voltage we are giving to the grid, and this is the current we are giving to the grid.
Our prototype, we are creating a environment for client-side tapping by using a platform called VOLTTRON. Here we are using some number of agents. The agent is nothing but it is a subset of the client and which serves a specific task or event which is given by the server. I already installed a listener agent. Let's run that. Here you can see it can generate a timestamp data of time, year, month and data, and it can send this data to subscripted server, and the server retrieve that data and display that in interface. We had already installed several number of agents required in our project like this, and we are able to configure these agents to the subscripted server for establishing a communication among them.
On the server side, VOLTTRON manages energy data flow between DERs and the grid. The server collects data, processes it and sends instructions back to DERs. For example, during peak demand, the server can command solar panels to manage output or batteries to discharge. Simulink simulations help us test and validate these control decisions. We use OpenArea VTN server in our project. The VTN server is a central control system that manages communications between energy providers and consumers in a demand response system using OpenADR 2.0p protocol. This protocol enables automated demand response to manage energy loads efficiently, typically in smart grids, allowing the grid to respond to changes in electricity demands.
Now we need to integrate this system to virtual mode for automation.
Solution: the system that we build proposes secure and scalable systems for managing the distributed energy resources in microgrid and enhances the entire power generation process by promoting smarter, more efficient energy distribution and improving the grid stability.